Hello, my name's Mark. Welcome to Living La Dolce Vita.
Well, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Living La Dolce Vita. Still in the bedroom. After today, what day are we today? Wednesday. So I'm going away for a couple of days, see my brother down in sunny West Wales. Or not. Being sunny as the case may be. Anyway, so just bringing you up to speed as we're going along. I mentioned either one film or two films back, maybe 3 films back, that I wasn't going to bother with miters for the skirting board. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see there, I've shaped it at the best angle, hopefully. So as you can see, I've shaped it, and I achieved that, in case you really don't know, is got a little bit of offcut of skirting board. So obviously imagine this is going along the wall, and then this is the other one joining it or behind it, whichever way you want to look at it. And all I did was line it up on the edge like that. Oh, that's handy. Pencil mark that to the shape like that, and then you just cut it out. Now, as you can see, it's not perfect, but you know, you can spend as much time as you want fiddling with a fit to get it a perfect fit. But to be honest, I've got to do a bit of polyfilling later anyway, so the polyfiller will sort that out. I might even cut this little bit of tongue or nose out just to make it a snugger fit, because I think that's what's holding it out. Yeah, I might just do that and just use the polyfiller then to fill that space. I've now cut this to length. So what I did, obviously I cut a piece about 1 metre long, so I had plenty to work to. Trim off the end first, get that to fit, get the right height, and obviously it was overlapping like that to begin with. I then got my architrave, lined it up to where I wanted it in relation to this, to the door frame. Once I got it in position, just obviously mark the line up at the back. Bear with me. And then obviously cut it, and then that fits there. Not too bad to fit. See, I might just put a bit of polyfiller in there. So now it means I can fix this in place. Yeah, I'll just screw it to the battens, I think. Yeah, that should do it. Anyway, so that's for that one. Now, the one at this end, now this is going to be a bit trickier, because I've got to cut it, well, as perfectly as possible lengthwise. So that's going to be a bit trickier. I'll have to spend a bit more time over that, because obviously, you know, it's little closed ends. Yeah. Anyway, how did I cut this shape out? Where is it? So, all I did was I cut this straight edge with a normal saw down there up to this point here, and then I just use this what do they call it? Well, it's a multi-tool, isn't it, or something like that, and I just nibbled away at the edge. And as I say, you can use a half-round file or something like that just to, you know, fine-tune it if you wanted to. but I'm just going to cut this little nib off because that's what's holding it back just a bit. And to be honest, once it's filled you won't see it. You won't see this gap. Right, and I managed to I had to shorten the wires because I had too much wire poking through and I couldn't push it back far enough. So I had to trim the wires back and then obviously fit this back in. And that's it. I just got to fill this now and obviously paint it. So I'm trying to get everything that I need ready. That will require filling. So I can just make one lot of filler up and go around everywhere. I don't want to be mixing filler and then cleaning up and then mixing more filler. I'll try and do it all in one go if I can. Right, so I'm going to crack on now with, I think I'll do this skirt in now, fiddle around with that. Yeah, anyway, so going back to this, sorry, I'm going to tangents, my apologies, but I just held this down on this steps with this mini sash clamp, or you could use a G clamp, or any clamp that you've got really. Makes it a bit easier, you've got two hands then. Right, so I'll see you in the next section. Bye for now. Right, hello everybody, welcome back. So, just going to bring you up to speed now. I'm going to keep stopping every 5 minutes because phones are ringing and all the rest of it. Just can't get on with it then. Anyway, so we'll start around here. Now then, I'm going to finish for today because I'm off down to West Wales later on and I need to get ready and get stuff together, so I don't want to leave it last minute. So skirting board has gone in. There, that is screwed in. So this on here, and I managed to find the battens, although it was a bit of a struggle because I just couldn't find them. Even though I'd measured the centres, it just wasn't working out for some reason. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I found them now. So, and I've glued it, this particular section. Now there are gaps, but to be honest, I'm not that worried because a bit of filler in there, you won't even see it. A bit of caulking or whatever. Yep. And then, lastly but not least, the architrave is in now. So, again, didn't quite get the angle right, but the problem is, one of the first problems, this architrave is like a corkscrew, so when you're putting it up, you need to nail it at one end and you work your way up and straighten it as you go. And I basic this space here, I just basically eyeballed it. It's I know, well, I suppose I could have measured it if I wanted to be really accurate, but to be honest, it's fine. And then again, I didn't quite get the angle right, but it doesn't matter. Bit of filler, you won't notice the difference. But also I've noticed these door frames are not level, so the trouble is, if I make this level, it looks strange here then because of the way it's, this is not running right. So, that'll be straight, but that won't, and vice versa. So it's to make it look right rather than be right, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I did want to put the nails down in there, but it wasn't picking up a beam. So that one was all right. These are all right. These are okay. And all I've done, got myself an old masonry bit, a blunt masonry bit. A blunt masonry bit. I'll get it right in a minute. And just use that to punch them down below the surface on there. Bit of filler on top of that, and then away to go. So, right, yeah, not going to do much more now, just tidy up a bit and then finish off later. Right, so that's the next instalment, and I'll say I'm away for 2 or 3 days now. There's not much left to do in here now. Touch up the ceiling and maybe the walls, wait for the marks. Gloss the woodwork, of course, and obviously I've got to put the sillet in. So see how that goes. But I think I may buy battery router, because the sill I've bought is just a square edge and I'd like to put a moulding around it just to make it look nice. We'll see. Okay, that'll do. Bye for now.